Proverbs 31 verse 10 says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." Hello friends, I'd like to welcome you to Meditaciones Today's date is December 8th, 2021. I'm reading from the Women's Devotional, Brushstrokes of God's Love. Today's reflection is titled, As Flexible as a Steel Rod. In the book of Ephesians, chapter 3, verse 18 says, "And may you have the power to understand, as all God's people should, how wide, how long, how high, and how deep His love is." The construction of a building may be called a science. The materials used must have specific characteristics and are essential for the job. For instance, steel rods hold up most of the structure and prevent it from collapsing in case of earthquakes or other natural hazards. A few days ago, I watched with real curiosity how tons of steel rods were transported. In my opinion, those rods were too long and therefore seemed impossible to be loaded up in a standard-sized truck. It was amazing to see how with great skill, the workers bent them up to make them fit into a much smaller space. I had no idea that steel could be bent, so I asked them out front, "Does steel bend?" They explained to me that the longer the steel rods are, the more flexible they become and can be easily rolled up without breaking. On the contrary, if the rods are short, it's impossible to bend them because they are hard and rigid. This was my lesson for the day. Suddenly, I was mentally comparing those steel rods with us, Christian women. If our experience with God is short and small, our personalities become rigid, inflexible, hard, rigorous, stiff, severe, and cold. We demand a lot and forgive too little. We judge and blame. We fill our minds with "you shoulds" and overlook the compassion and mercy our neighbors need. On the other hand, when our relationship with God is long and deep that we can almost touch heaven, our presence becomes a blessing to others. We are sensitive, understanding, and flexible without ever breaking spiritual and moral values and principles. We bend toward other people's suffering to comfort and care for them with sacrifice and self-denial. We allow God to be the judge and become intercessors who cry out to the throne of grace for others, praying at all times so they will reach the height they need so they can reach for heaven together with us. Be a flexible mother, wife, friend, sister, daughter-in-law, and daughter. Mercifully bend toward your neighbor's needs and remain strong when divine principles are put at risk. And remember, it all comes from having a deep relationship with God. We invite you to listen to Radio Joven Adventista at www.jovenadventista.com. And please share this devotional on your social media with hashtag Women's Devotional, hashtag Radio Joven Adventista, and hashtag Meditaciones Diarias. We'd also like to invite you to download the Meditaciones Diarias app, available for both Android and Apple. I'd like to say thank you for visiting us here at meditacionesdiarias.com. May you have a blessed day.